Happy guinea pig! Here we go.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen.
Duh.
And today I'm doing, if I could talk, I'm doing a video on Poke Sallat. And I looked up the definition for Poke Sallat. It is survival food. And that is exactly what it said when I pulled up the definition. It said survival food. And it did say that it is a poisonous plant that can grow up to 10 feet tall. But the correct spelling of Poke Sallat, Pokesallat. It is not poke, P-O-L-K, and it is not S-A-L-A-D. It is Poke Sallat.
I wonder why they called it poke. Did it poke them?
I don't know. I have no idea, but that's the name. Now I'm getting ready. The thing about Poke Sallat, and I've said it in different parts of this, is that not only can you eat the leaves, but you can eat the stems. And what I'm doing here, I've got my stems trimmed. I trimmed the very tops of them off, and I trimmed the very ends of them off. I didn't want the hard, woody parts. I don't want the real mushy, real thin parts, because it cooks like okra. And what I'm doing now is I'm actually cleaning this, and just like you would celery, pulling strings off or stringing a bean or anything like that, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to trim that end right there just a little bit, and you'll see I'm pulling stuff off.
Yeah, I zoomed it in more so they can see that better.
Yeah. And usually what I do is wherever the leaves were attached is where I really try to get to, because there's a lot of that fiber there, fibrous string. Now, the thing a lot of people don't realize about Poke Sallat, and like I said, I've said this before, you have to cook it twice. Again, I don't know how they figured that out. But
like anything else, trial and error.
Trial and error, I guess.
The ultimate in experimentation.
Yeah, and this is pretty much a weed that is grown in the United States. Charlie, go in the living room. I don't know that it can be found pretty much anywhere else in the world.
Oh, I'm sure there's an equivalent everywhere.
Yeah. But what I'm fixing to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take and cut my stalks into rounds like okra. Go ahead and get that started. You'll see what I'm doing here. I don't want them that big. About like that. Just like you would, cut up okra is how you're going to do. And you're going to cook it just like you would okra. And I'm going to cook this here in a minute. And when I get ready to do my leaves, I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. Because when you're cooking leaves, you want to boil them down. And you want to make sure they're boiled down really good. And after you boil them, you're going to fry them down. Before I can fry my stuff down, I got to cook me some bacon, y'all. Because I'm going to cook this stuff in bacon grease. You don't have to cook it in bacon grease. You can cook it in regular oil. I just like the idea of cooking it in bacon grease.
Bacon goes good with everything.
It does. Bacon makes everything taste better. I tell you what, I'm not going to cook it in bacon grease for the simple fact that a lot of people out there might be vegetarians that watch this and don't want to
But
cook
for
their...
those of you that do, you know you can.
You can cook it in bacon grease if you want. Now, this is not going to be a vegan dish. This part of it can be. The stalks can be considered a vegan dish because there's no nothing in it that is considered animal product.
It's all plant fiber.
It's all plant fiber, and it's got cornmeal, and it's going to have salt and pepper and the oil. However, to cook the Poke Sallat properly, the leaves, you have to cook them with eggs. And I don't know what it is about the eggs, but to cook it properly, it really needs to be cooked with eggs. I guess you could use some of that egg substitute stuff that's not eggs.
They probably could.
I have no idea. I mean, it's something you could try. But this is one thing I'm going to tell you. If you're not sure about it, and not sure if you want to try poke salad or not, then I would say don't.
That fake egg stuff is probably just protein that's derived from soybean, like a lot of other things.
It's possible. I don't know. But I just know that there's something about the egg, cooking it with the egg, that helps take out the poison in the leaves and stuff. And so I don't know.
Neutralizes it.
Yeah, I don't know how a substitute would work. So I'm not going to.
Well, if it's protein, that's the thing about eggs. It's protein. The protein probably absorbs and neutralizes.
All right, yeah.
All that.
Double check this, make sure there's no water in that. Piggy, will you dump that water right there, please? That little bit of water.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Dumpa. I need a paper towel to dry that
out. Okay. I took the stems out of the leaves. And I washed these twice. And Piggy asked me if they were clean. I said, yeah. He said, well, they still feel gritty. Well, y'all, that's the actual texture of the leaves. Let me get one, I'll show you. You can see this is the ridges in the back of the leaf. And it does feel kind of gritty. That's the back of it. And that's the front. And
show them back again.
That's the back. Hold on, let me. You see the ridges back there.
You can see the texture on there too, and
yeah,
how it might feel a little gritty. So
I mean, as long as
that's what tripped me up.
As long as you know you've washed them very well and that they're clean, that's all that matters. Now, as far as cutting these up, I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna lace them out, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. I just kind of stack them, y'all. Now, like this one right here, I didn't take the stem out because that right there. Well, yeah, I did too, didn't I? It just still had a little piece left. I thought.
I remember I did some of them, so if it ain't up to snuff.
Well, there's one like this one right here. I didn't take it out of because, I mean.
Well, that gives you opportunity to show them what you do.
Yeah. And again, show you up close. If you miss one, you can always take it out. That's not a problem. Lay it off to the side.
That little stem that goes down the middle of the leaf, now, holding two sides together.
Now, leaf this small, I don't worry about. I don't worry about taking the stem out because it's not tough. I'm just going to stack up some of these leaves right here. And I'm going to do a coarse chop, y'all. I'm not doing a heavy chop or a fine chop.
So you do it about like collard greens or spinach if you picked it.
Right. If you have ever cooked collard greens, this is what you do. You know, you take that little stem out of the collard green leaf and you wash your collard greens really well, and then you cut them up. And you want to cut them about like you would collard greens. That's it. So I'm going to take a quick break while I finish the rest of these up, chopping them. And when we come back, I will have my stovetop over here, have this on, showing you what I do with that.
Here we go.
Okay, Lord, y'all, I'm just throwing paper towels everywhere. All right, I have my cooktop set up here.
Look at that, folks.
And you'll see in my pot, I've got my poke salad in here. And it's basically just covered, plus maybe about a quarter, half an inch, whatever, of water. And poke salad's floating a little bit, but I made sure that it was about somewhere between a quarter and a half an inch above the poke salad when I put the water in there. And you want to make sure you start this in cold water. That way it gives it a chance to cook and do everything it's got to do. Now, before I cut this on or turn this on, I'm going to add me some salt. And I'm just guessing, so probably about 4 to a half teaspoon of salt. I would say more like a half teaspoon.
Wonder how the rub would do on that.
It might be good, but I'm just going to do a basic cook on this one.
Okay.
All right, y'all, I've got this on. I've got it on medium. I'm going to put it on 5, which is just slightly above medium heat. And I'm going to bring this to a boil. And once this comes to a boil, I will cook it for about 25 minutes. I want to make sure it's good and done. And once it's finished cooking, at that point, I will drain it and do my second cook on it. But right now, we're going to be waiting on it to come to a boil. When it comes to a boil, we'll come back and show you what we're going to do there. Okay? Okay, y'all, you can tell it's at a nice rolling boil. And I'm going to let this boil for about 25 minutes and cook. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of information. While this was coming up to a boil, I looked up Poke Sallat to see what I could find about it for you. And the term salad, S-A-L-L-A-T, actually comes from the fact that it's cooked. And it's not a raw salad. It is a cooked salad, or a cooked leaf. And I checked out why or how it was poisonous, because it did say it was a poisonous weed. And like I said, all my life, from the time I was a kid on up, I had always been told you don't eat the berries and you don't eat the plant once it does berry. And the berries are a purple color. But from what I understand, from what I just read, the berries are the least poisonous part of the poke sallat plant. The most poisonous part of it is the root. And from the root goes up to the thick stem at the bottom, and that's the second most poisonous part, according to what I read. And then the rest of the stem on up is considered the third most poisonous part of the fruit or the plant. And then you have your spring leaves, or the small leaves would be the fourth most poisonous part of it. The older leaves, the bigger leaves, the fifth, with the top leaves and the berries being the least poisonous part of it. Like I said, I do not know. This is just information that I had looked up while this was coming to a boil.
But bear in mind, folks, even the best vitamins for your body can be poisonous and toxic to your body if you have too much or not enough.
So, what I would suggest is if you want to eat poke sallat, first of all, eat it in moderation. I eat it maybe once or twice a year.
As is said, as is written, all things in moderation.
Right. And now what they suggest on how to cook this, they say to cook it 3 times. And what they actually say to do is you bring it to a boil and cook it for a little bit, and you drain it, you boil it again, put fresh water on it, boil it again, then drain it again, and then you put fresh water on it and bring it to another boil.
I see that.
And it's ready to eat. Now, like I said, I was always raised with cooking it twice. It has to be cooked twice. That's what my mama taught me. That's what my granny taught me. And so far, none of us have ever gotten sick from eating it by cooking it twice.
It won't make you sick, but it'll dang sure clear you out if you've got a problem.
Right. And so I'm just putting that information out there for anybody that wants it. Like I said, according to Google, it does say, the site I saw on that, it says to cook it 3 times. I will be cooking mine twice, as far as the leaves are concerned. And like I said, what I have always been taught is that the leaves were the most poisonous part of it, along with the berries. The berries being the most poisonous. According to what I read, it stated that the root and the stem were the most poisonous, with the berries being the least. I don't know. I'm just going by what I read, what I'm telling you. However, when I cook my stalks like okra, I fry them until they are a good dark, kind of brown and everything. So I'm really only cooking them 1 time. I do wash them twice, and even up to 3 times, because I keep them in water most of the time when I'm cleaning them. So I've never had a problem with getting sick from eating them. I'm just telling you right now, if you will eat them, that's up to you. I'm not telling you to eat them. I'm not telling you not to eat them. I'm just telling you what I know and what has worked for me and my mom and my grandmother, all my life. And that to be 53 years on the 28th of this month.
And keep in mind, pig ain't never had none until a year or 2 ago. 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I think you might have tried them a couple of years ago, but you didn't really eat any until last year.
No, I didn't try none.
Okay, so it was last year when you first ate it then.
What happened was, we'd walk in the yard, and she noticed poke sallat out there. She said, "Oh, there's poke sallat." I said, "Yeah, we get it all the time from time to time." She said, "Oh, boy." So here we went. So she cooked some up, and I tried them. You know, she's gonna be a cooking channel and loves to experiment. Gonna be a guinea pig. Be happy about it. I gotta try stuff.
That's it.
So I tried it, and I was having a little trouble, going. I ate them the next day. Trust me, I emptied out.
And I did find out also that pokeweed grows around the world, but it is a tropical plant, except for in the United States. All right, y'all, we're back. We've got about 50 seconds or so left. So I'm going to let Piggy go ahead and take this and drain it for me, if he would. I've got it on. I got my heat on 5. And what I'm going to do here, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and put this in this.
Give
you a
scrape.
Oh, a scrapey. Okay, I'm like, you're over there waving. I'm like, what are you wanting, honey?
It's hot on that bottom of that pan.
Yeah, it is. And y'all, I'm gonna fry my. Sorry about that. Let me get this back in the chair.
Like she said, hot is hot, folks.
In the little skillet here, I'm gonna fry my poke stalks. In the big skillet, I'm gonna fry my poke salad, and I'm gonna put a little bit more oil in there. All right. So while that is hot, I'm gonna cut this on medium heat. It'll be on 3. It'll be a slow cook for that. And I'm going to add a little bit of meal to this. This is just cornmeal mix. And it don't need a lot because I don't have a lot. I'm going to put me some black pepper in here, y'all. How much? Until my ancestor says stop. That'll do it right there.
All right.
It's just seasoned to your taste on this part. I am going to add some salt.
There it is, boiled down and drained, folks.
Yeah. Make sure my skillet is good and hot on 5. Oh, yeah. That's just a shimmer.
Oh, she's doing the pseudo okra.
I'm doing the poke stalks.
The faux okra.
Okay. You say that. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there.
And folks, y'all be amazed at how close to the taste of okra this stuff is.
It really does. It tastes a lot like okra.
You know that?
I am done with that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stir this and let it sit and cook in that. And Piggy, if you'll get me the lid for this right here.
Lid?
Yeah, out of the drawer over there.
For that one?
Yeah, for this one. And I'm going to go ahead and put my poke salad in my skillet here.
That's the right one.
I think so. Yeah, it would be the medium one. Yep, that's it.
How you like how that lid just magically appeared there, folks?
And if you will get me my egg turner from over yonder.
Like it?
Yeah, and bring me the lid to this skillet. I'm just keeping Piggy busy, y'all. I could have had all this stuff done and I forgot.
Busy.
This is how I cook. When I'm not on video, so I might as well cook this quick when I'm on video, huh?
There you
All
go.
Right. So
what we got them stoves for?
All right, y'all. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna let this sit in this right here, and I'm gonna let this cook down for probably another 5 to 8 minutes. I've got some oil in there, and that's going to ensure that any water or anything that was left in those has cooked out. And once that cooks for about 5 to 8 minutes, I'm going to set the timer for about 6. Well, let's see, I hit the wrong button. Timer. Put it on 6. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and beat up my eggs. I'm going to put a little bit more oil in this right here. I don't want it to burn. But I do want it to get good and brown.
Y'all hear all this noise in the background. Y'all know what it is.
Piggy's washing dishes, y'all. There ain't no shame in his game or mine either. If he wants to wash dishes, I'll let him.
Way I look at it, she ain't got to do it. I try to keep them mostly done up. Because the more I keep them done up, next time she decides to cook, she ain't got to wash dishes before she gets started.
That's it. Y'all, I'm going to take a quick break while this right here finishes up. I've got about 4 minutes or so, and then we'll be back to put the eggs in. Okay, y'all, we're back. And I'm going to go ahead and let Piggy have that lid. That poke sauce is done. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put it in that bowl right there. I might mix it.
There you go. Tell it looks a whole lot like okra.
I'm going to let Piggy have that.
Well, I need to let those cool a little bit.
Well, if you can set it over because I need this side.
Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
And away it went.
All right. So what I'm going to do now, y'all, this right here, and Piggy, you can have that lid right there. I don't need it anymore. And you'll see, y'all,
You're done. You're done.
All right. You'll see that there's not hardly any oil left in that. There's no water or anything left in that. So what I'm going to do, you might say this is my third cooking since that's been cooking right there for about 6 minutes by itself. Now I'm going to cook it with eggs. So technically, I guess you can say it is a 3-cook. I never looked at it that way before.
True.
So I'm going to cook it down with these scrambled eggs. I've got it on medium heat, y'all. And I'm just going to stir this together. And just like all my other greens, whether it's collard greens, turnip greens, mustard greens, mixed greens, whatever, when I eat this, I'm going to have me some hot sauce on it. I like hot sauce on my greens. Now, whether you like pepper sauce or whether you like the red hot sauce or like sriracha sauce or some other kind of hot sauce, that's entirely up to you. I happen to like the red hot sauce on mine, and I like the pepper sauce on my turnip greens. That stuff's good. And, all right, y'all, that's done. I'm going to put my poke salad here in this bowl. And I'm going to have Piggy unplug that and move it out of my way.
Piggy's already a step ahead of it.
I know. He was already moving to do it, y'all. Hey, Piggy's good.
That's just it. You know how to be a good helper. There ain't no shame in being the helper.
I'm going to put it this way. Piggy's a better helper than I am.
Some people are meant to lead. Some people are meant to be able to lead if need to, but be a helper to those that lead.
All right. Put that there. We got that. I'll give you this right here. I need a couple of, well, I just need one spoon, I guess, y'all. And a fork. I'm always needing something.
Y'all know what time it is.
You know I'm going to try this stuff. And I need the hot sauce too, please.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce spoon and a fork.
Small spoon.
Small spoon will work. Just something to dip out a little bit. Put it on my plate.
There you go.
Fork.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, that's my Berman's hot sauce. I can't afford the expensive stuff, y'all. Okay. I'm just going to put a bite or two on there. I don't need a great lot right now.
Yeah, we're going to put this in the fridge for tomorrow and eat with the rest of that rib.
Yeah, we had ribs and stuff. And the thing about it is, this right here will get heated up. There won't be no problem to heat it up. I've done that before. But I'm going to eat me enough of this right here to say I've had some, y'all. I love that stuff. Piggy, I need a picture, sweetie.
A what?
A picture. A pacator.
Pacator. We look at houses and see how many pictures they got, and I'll say how many. I'll say the number and then say pacators. That was a little bit crying out, folks.
All right, you want to move that out of the way to make sure it don't get in the picture?
I got this.
Okay, you got that. Piggy's good at this, y'all. I'm not.
Move your hand. All right, there's your 2 pictures of that.
Okay, thank you.
You
Now
are
it's a
welcome.
good time. Now comes the good stuff, y'all. Put me just a bad touch of hot sauce. And it's not that I can eat it without it, because I can't eat it without it. I've done it before.
It's just a matter of what you like to put on.
I like the hot sauce. But before I do that, I'm going to eat me a bite of this stalk here. Y'all, I guarantee you, people didn't know for a fact it wasn't okra. They would never know the difference.
They would. She saw a look on my face first time I had a taste.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked.
Piggy's like, I didn't know we had any okra. I'm like, yes. We don't, but we do. We got poor man's food, y'all. It's called what you
Food.
survival
Free food.
food. Free food, nature's bounty, stuff you can pick out of your yard.
Things get bad, you're looking for food. You see some of that, you got food. Bottom line.
That's it. I mean, there's a lot of things out in our yards that we can eat. A lot of people don't realize it. Dandelion greens. You can pick them and clean them. And Piggy over here turning circles, and I'm just watching like, okie dokie, chasing your tail.
You ever seen a dog chase his tail?
That's good stuff.
And just for reference, folks, I don't mind anybody calling me an old dog. It was a dog that mentored me and taught me what it was to be human. So I'm part dog. I can go driving down the road, see dogs out, and I can roll my window down, and I can bark at them. They'll look, see where it come from, have the craziest look in their face. Like, wait a minute, that don't look like no other dog.
Yeah, I took advantage, y'all. Piggy's over there running his mouth. I'm eating.
That's it.
But y'all, this is, as I was saying, there's several different things out in the yards we can eat if it comes down to it where we have to. You have dandelion greens. There's other greens and stuff out there. If you are wanting to understand and know what's edible in your yard, go online and research it.
That's it.
I mean, like I said, this is something I've been eating since I was a kid. My mama and my granny cooked it. I like it. I don't like it all the time, but I do like it at least once or twice a year when it's growing.
I told her we need to get some seeds out that and grow that stuff.
I hope that y'all like the video, and I hope maybe it helped you understand the poke salad a little bit better, and maybe,
Or if you even heard of it.
right, if you've never heard of it, maybe it introduced you to something new that you might want to check into. If you still don't want to try it, that's entirely your choice. Again, I just put it out there to share with you something from my childhood. I thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Where's my phone?